Hi guys, what's up? Toboloco here, and today we might have a potentially controversial sort of video. It was given to me as an idea a while ago, but I put off doing it because I didn't know how people would feel. But then I realised this is fact and not my opinion. If you think this is my opinion, then I'm sorry, it really isn't. I got a link to the Global Peace Index. We've done the most peaceful countries. Now we're going to do the least peaceful countries. These are the 32 that are at the bottom of the list. So if you see your country here, don't get offended. It's just what the Peace Index says. So we've got a few nations here. I've seen a few actually surprise me, like Turkey. I've actually been on holiday to Turkey in the past, and it's actually a really nice place to go. So don't just look at this and think, oh, these are all the bad countries. They're not necessarily bad. They might have some like conflict that makes them a little bit like a little bit kind of unstable, perhaps. So I think the worst one was Syria, and I think the best one out of the 32 was Azerbaijan. Actually, Liberia shouldn't be in there, sorry. I need to replace them. So who's the next one up? So it's actually Bahrain, unfortunately. Bahrain are in it, there you go. I don't know why Liberia are in there. Liberia are actually like quite peaceful, but just looking at the list there. But anyway, let's get on it. I'm representing Russia at the moment. Because they seem to be the most OP team in this. Let's have a look and see who will win the most dangerous nation World Cup. I wouldn't say dangerous, the less peaceful one. You know, it's quite sort of like an eggshell topic sort of thing. Like, if I need to be careful what I say, otherwise I might offend a lot of people. But it's just, I can provide a link at the bottom of the video showing the 32 bottom people of the Global Peace Index. But obviously there will be some people that will just get naturally mad for no reason, and that's fine. Let's do this then. Russia versus the Philippines is the first match. Can Russia beat the Philippines, or will the Philippines beat Russia? You'd think Russia would probably beat them. And it's true, yeah. Russia beat the Philippines 2-0. Let's see, let's just race on to the next game. Who is it against? I can't remember. Oh, it's Sudan. I was going to say Sudan was going to represent South Sudan, but then I realised that Sudan, excuse me, was in that list as well. So, and this game doesn't have South Sudan. Back then, South Sudan didn't really exist as a football nation. So let's see if Sudan can beat Russia, or will Russia beat South Sudan? Sudan even, why did I say South? Oh, it's 2-2 draw against Russia. Quite a embarrassing result for Russia, but if you've seen my one-star World Cup video, you'd know that Russia went against some pretty poor sides and slipped up against quite a few poor sides. Okay, so Syria versus Russia now. I'm not going to say anything. Let's just get on with it. Russia and Syria are quite close in real life, and that's all I'm going to say. Okay, so let's have a look. There was a 2-2 draw. Spoils shared. I don't know if that means Russia are through or not. It didn't say they got knocked out. No, they are against, I can see they're against Palestine. But let's have a look and see who went through. Group A, Mexico and Bahrain went through. Group B, Iraq and Chad went through. Group C, Israel and Egypt went through. Group D, Ukraine and Mali went through. Group E, Venezuela and Turkey went through. Group F, Burundi and Nigeria went through. Group G, Colombia and Palestine went through. Well, Saudi Arabia in that group, quite a big side. So Palestine overcame them to get through. Well done to Palestine. And Group H, Russia and Sudan went through, which creates a scenario for the round of 16, which is Mexico versus Chad, Israel versus Mali, Iraq versus Bahrain, Egypt versus Ukraine, Venezuela versus Nigeria, Colombia versus Sudan, Burundi versus Turkey, and of course Russia versus Palestine. Right. Let's see what happens then. Can Russia beat Palestine, or will Palestine pull off like one of the biggest shocks on this channel and beat Russia? Let's have a look and see. Okay, I think Russia literally demolished Palestine 5-0, so Palestine are out. Let's see. Turkey versus Russia. Okay, Turkey and Russia had their differences in the past. They always argue all the time, which is probably why they're on this list. Let's see who can win out of Turkey and Russia. I hope this video doesn't kick off a Third World War, please. Okay, so Turkey knocked out Russia. I hope no Russians see this. Okay, let's simulate the rest of the tournament. Who's the best? It's Mexico. Mexico won. They won against Turkey 2-1. So Mexico technically are the best out of the 32 least peaceful nations, but again, we won't say anything, we'll just carry on. Advance to the awards. Adrian Ramos, top goal scorer even, best player, and David Ospina, best goalkeeper. So Colombia mopped up those awards. Let's have a look and see what happened then. So, reading left down, Nigeria beat Venezuela 2-1. Then Colombia beat Sudan 2-0. Mexico smashed Chad 4-0. And Israel beat Mali 2-1. Then Colombia beat Nigeria 3-0. Then Mexico went on to beat Israel 4-0. Then Mexico squeezed by Colombia 5-4 on pens. Then went on to win the final against Turkey. While Colombia beat Ukraine 2-0 in the third place playoff. Reading right down, Turkey beat Burundi 1-0. Russia beat Palestine 5-0, you already know that. Bahrain beat Iraq 2-1. And Ukraine beat Egypt. Yeah, that's Egypt 3-1. Then Turkey went on to beat Russia 5-4 on pens. It was quite a closer game than I thought. Ukraine beat Bahrain 1-0, and then Turkey went on to beat Ukraine, and then they both went on to lose their final games, the third place playoff and the final. So that was the least peaceful countries World Cup. People asked me to do it before, but I was too scared to do it because of opinion. But I thought, no, it's fact. It's on the website I'm going to put in the description. These are just true life facts. If your country is in this list, then don't be offended. It's just fact, okay? It's not my personal opinion. I love all nations, despite what they do in real life, their politics or whatever. This is football after all, and not anything to do with what their policies or anything like that. It's just football, and I thought I can get a decent scenario out of it. This has been Toboloco. If you like the video, then obviously like it. Subscribe if you're new here with notifications on. I hope this video doesn't start like a world war or anything like that. I better not do. Keep it loco, and I'll see you again for the next video.